Good evening, everybody. It is June 3rd. Took a quick little run up to the West Farm to take a look at our chickpeas. Now, we do periodically check this, probably every 3 to 4 days. We did some spot spraying out here 5 days ago for some grassies. If we just walk down over here, chickpeas are looking pretty dang good. They are about 4 to 5 node. They was just called branches, which means we're getting pretty dang close to our herbicide application and our first fungicide application. Now, we took on new land out here, as you already know, and we got quite a bit of volunteer canola coming, and that's to be expected. We got some koch out here. We got some buckwheat out here, and apparently we got quite a bit of grassies out here. Now, some of this could be volunteer. No, this is wild oats. These are wild oats. But we also have some Japanese brome also out here that I've noticed. So we've got wild oats and Japanese brome for the grassies. And some of these, this is the slough, which is dry. Now I kind of, oh yeah, we got lots of stinkweed here. Look at all that stinkweed. Oh, this is stinkweed. Lots of stinkweed, apparently. These all had water in them when we seeded. Now, the grass, it's cold. It's cold out. It's only like 12 degrees. It's cold. If you don't like the weather in Saskatchewan, just wait 5 minutes and you'll get some new stuff. But we got some grassy patches that are actually pretty thick and are starting to run competition with our crop. But the problem is you can't just come out here when you see some grassies, because you need to time your herbicide and fungicide application. So it's like stuck between a rock and a hard place, because you wait too long and it starts to grow quite a bit of competition, which is robbing moisture and nutrients out of your ground. But you go too early and you can hurt your chickpeas. Also, if you go too early, you might not be getting all that volunteer canola. You might not be getting all that stinkweed. Did I just see a grasshopper? I sure hope I didn't. Maybe grasshopper jumping. So anyway, with new land, there's always a bunch of, oh, this is different. Oh, this is new. And so back home at the South Farm, we don't have any wild oats. I shouldn't say we don't have any, but we don't have a wild oat problem. We got a little bit of Japanese brome problem. Shouldn't be a problem. We've been beating it down for the last 15 years. So we know exactly which field has a little patch that we go and control. But when you take on new stuff, you actually have no idea. So there is some spots where the grassies are pretty thick. And we just hope that they're not group 1 resistant, because you don't really know. You don't know what kind of weed resistant issues that you are inheriting from the previous farmer. So this is going to be all new. And when you see, like, okay, this has got 2 leaves on it, 2 leaves. But when, oh, this guy, see this guy, 1 single leaf here. He's really, really hard to kill. Oh, here's another one here. Really hard to kill a single leaf. Practically not going to get them, because they're living off the seed. All right. Here's the chickpea. That looks pretty, oh, sorry about that. I'm trying to zoom out here a little bit. Chickpea is looking pretty good. So again, you come in super early to try to take care of those thick patches. He wouldn't even be up yet. Not that you were probably going to kill him anyway. Sorry, Ashton's trying to call me here. I got to get this. But speaking of buckwheat, this is buckwheat right here. And that's a ladybug, if you're wondering, but this is buckwheat. We got some stinkweed right here. Lots of stinkweed. Lots of stinkweed. Stinkweed is easy to kill. Buckwheat, probably not going to kill that. You don't have a lot of, guys, we don't have a lot of herbicide options with chickpeas. You can put down some group 14 in front to try help control your kochia. But again, you need to have that activated with the rain, and we didn't get a rain up here until like not very long ago. So we didn't get all of our authority activated in time, and some kochia pushed through. And killing kochia out of chickpeas, practically impossible. Buckwheat suppression, Russian thistle suppression. So you're really leaning on that 14 residual chemical, but you really needed to get a rain to get it going. And that is just farming. That's farming. So you can see over here, thick grassies right there. Some grassies around that slough. Some thick grassies right there. Some grassies there. Some thick grassies down in there. So a lot of grassies. We got a lot of grassies here, okay? It's good to know. And it's quite dry. It is surprisingly dry up here. We're darn near, we are very dry at the South Farm again, unfortunately. And it is quite dry here as well, like surprisingly, very dry. The North Farm, I haven't been there yet in a little while, but we do have a few guys that are staying there. Oh yeah, these are really thick grasses over here. And they've been sending me updates and pictures, and they also will attest that it's very dry. So this year, we haven't had very much rain anywhere except for the southeast part of the province. It has been extraordinarily, abnormally dry for the majority of the province of Saskatchewan, especially the north. Hence all the wildfires. Crazy wildfires up there, crazy. Heart goes out to everybody who's been affected, which is a lot of people in the north. And it's like it's approaching like mega fire status. Like we're talking huge acres burnt down. Towns burnt down. Crazy. So we're very, very dry. We need a lot of rain, and we need it fast, to be honest with you. Here's another patch of some grassies. Really thick over here. Again, this is just what happens when you take over new ground. This is quite thick. This is definitely running competition with our chickpeas because it's dry and that is sucking moisture. So we want to get out here and we want to start spraying this stuff. We're going to start hopefully tomorrow. And this was obviously wet. It was muddy when we seeded this, hence those ruts right there. And if it's a little hazy, it's smoky. Hence the wildfires from the north. It's kind of smoky. So that's the update, guys. Disappointed to see all these grassies. Don't like seeing that. Don't like seeing that at all. And here's praying that they're not group 1 resistant, because if they're group 1 resistant, we only have a group 1 option to put on them. Otherwise, you'd have to go and put down like some granulars and stuff, which are like, man, I want to say a 3, but I could be wrong. A layer in front to help control your group 1 resistance. Or when you grow, when you run your cereals, you can use a group 2. But again, we don't have that option in chickpeas. You don't have that option in lentils either, nor field peas, nor canola. And I know you guys probably have some questions like, Mike, is there any way of knowing what's out there for weeds or what's out there for disease pressure prior to you taking something on? I had a pretty good idea there's going to be some kochia, because remember when we were out there pro-tilling, we were pro-tilling down kochia. Pretty self-explanatory. Didn't see much for grassies, but I guess we got some grassies. And no, you won't know if they're group 1. You won't know. You won't know that unless the farmer tells you that. But you might not get that information out of them either. But I'm happy with the catch of chickpeas. The staging is kind of where I thought it would be. And it's just cold. Cold and dry. That looks kind of thick up there too. Looks like there's some grassies up there. But that's the update, guys. that's the update. I'll catch you on the flipper. Oh yeah, if you're wondering, I gotta quickly scout the rest of these fields. It's kind of expect to see the exact same thing here, but then I gotta head back to the South Farm tonight and either go spraying yet this evening, or it might be too cold. But for sure, I gotta start spraying. We got down to +2 last night. +2. Wow, that's cold. That close to freezing. But no, I gotta head back and get crop spraying here. So I'll catch you on the flipper. Adios, amigos. I know I'm back. I'm like a bad cold, you guys. You can't get rid of me. Look how thick that is. Guys, you can't even see between the rows. There is no rows. Oh, that's bad. That's a bad patch there. That's not good. Fortunately, we can spray twice for grassies. We'll spray once, obviously now, and then probably middle to end of June we'll hit it again with a different active. You got to use the same group, unfortunately, but you can use a different active within that group. But that is not going to die with one app, so that's going to be for sure too. This is pretty thick stuff out here. So again, you don't know what you're you don't know what you're inheriting. Anyway, we're gonna clean her up, and I'm looking forward to it. Everyone knows that Mike does like some challenges, so I will catch you on the flipper. And just like that, I know, I told you guys, it's hard to shake me. It's the next morning. We're back south. We don't sleep a lot up here where we're farming. We just don't sleep. Anyways, it's a beautiful morning. This looks like some sort of maybe chemical damage here. This is the winter wheat in the cereal stubble. So this is the best. Look how blue that's looking. It's all heading out. It's not even knee height. It's like shin height. That is not good when it's heading out and you can see the stubble. It's barely above the stubble from last year. Isn't that insanity? Like, we cut a really good stubble crop last year. There's just nothing in the head. Call that Trudeau wheat. But it's not, like, it's gonna shoot. Don't forget, it's gonna shoot. But boy, these bottom leaves are burning off. This has only seen, this ground may have seen an inch of rain. And again, we didn't hardly have any snow cover. Remember, because we were like terrified that it was all going to winter kill, and we did have quite a bit of winter kill. So we've seen about an inch of rain, and that was a few weeks ago, as pretty recent. And it's not great. Not great. Now you might be asking, well, Mike, what if we get another inch of rain? It would definitely help it fill, help these heads fill. But to be honest, the head size isn't going to change. It'll help them fill, I guess, pump them up. But she's pretty dry. Oh well, that's farming.